Welcome back. You're watching Live Now from Fox. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday. It's June 6th. I'm your host, Karel Lahara. For the past hour and a half or so, we've been out at an event in Phoenix, Arizona. Former President Donald Trump hosting a campaign rally there. But now we'd like to segue and get into some other top headlines that we have been following. The first one is this. We have here some aerial footage courtesy of KABB. Just moments ago, a helicopter flying overhead on what was a smuggling operation out of Bexar County, Texas. Here's what we know so far. 11 people were hospitalized and 7 smuggling suspects were arrested today after authorities found more than 24 migrants who had been driven from the border packed in a secret compartment of a trailer with little water and in sweltering heat. Acting on a tip about a smuggling operation, authorities followed the trailer as it was towed to a rural residence outside San Antonio. That's according to the Bexar County Sheriff, Javier Salazar. I do want to get to some more comments from that sheriff. He did provide an update on this very important topic, especially as we were listening to the former president discussing the situation at the border security. That was pretty much the main point of his entire discussion today in Phoenix. And we know that earlier this week, current President Joe Biden, he did issue an executive order to try to get some control at the border. But let's listen into what we know from the Bexar County Sheriff on this scene.
Sorry to keep you out here in the heat. It's under control, but it was a pretty chaotic situation at the beginning of this. So let me just give you some numbers to start with. At present, we've got about 27 victims, smuggling victims. 11 of those have been transported to the hospital for various heat-related and minor medical injuries. EMS was out here with us. The ESD2 was out here with us. Acadian Ambulance, STRAC, as far as and Bexar County emergency management folks. Everybody worked together beautifully. And the Border Patrol agents that are here, everybody worked together beautifully to bring this thing to as peaceful a status right now as we could have. This morning we received information that there was a smuggling operation in effect, that several dozen people were being smuggled. What we knew is that it was the smuggling method was some sort of a long gooseneck trailer that was being utilized. So we were able to establish surveillance on it as it was moving this way. Our undercovers from our transnational group, from the organized crime unit, were able to get eyes on the trailer as it came into the location, being towed by a fifth wheel work truck and trailed by an SUV that we believe was going to be a decoy vehicle or a counter surveillance vehicle. They saw the vehicle pulling the trailer and the trail vehicle pull in here, and we had aircraft up giving us air support. We were able to verify that there were several people moving around the trailer, is what we were told. Well, what we were able to find out is that they used that time to unload the people from the trailer. So it's a gooseneck trailer, long with 2 corrugated pipes on it that are like culvert type pipes. That was the decoy load. Underneath is a large false compartment that these people were just laying down in there, exposed to the elements, basically laying on really hard mesh, and while they were transported here from the border. They reported being in that compartment for upwards of about 3 hours. Obviously, not much by way of water. So hence the medical emergencies, the heat-related injuries that we have. They were able to be brought into the house. Once we verified that there had been people in a trailer, the quick concern for us became, what's their medical condition like? So we actually went in under exigent circumstances to safeguard, make sure that nobody was in there was critically ill or even worse, dying. We went in and we secured the residence. Several people ran from the residence on foot. So right now, aside from the 26 victims that we have 7 suspects under arrest that were involved in the smuggling operation itself. So 26 and 7 total. I'm sorry, so my mistake. It's 26 total, 7 suspects. So of those 11, they've all been taken to area hospitals. The remaining 19, I believe, are going to be taken in for questioning. At present, we don't know who is going to be arrested, if they have any additional going to jail as a result of the operation itself. It's quite common for coyotes to pass themselves off as victims. So in other words, they'll blend in with the crowd of victims, and only until we start drawing the information out of them is then we're able to determine that this is not a victim, this is a bad guy. At present, the feds are here, HSI and Border Patrol are here, and they're going to be taking over the status of the victims. So at present, we just don't know who else may be going to jail. What I said in Spanish, guys, that I neglected to tell y'all in English, so I'll repeat it now, is in the back residence, we actually found several bulletproof vests, as well as long rifles that were used. I don't know if any of those rifles were automatic or semi-automatic, but it is quite possible. I mean, obviously, those are natural things to find in a smuggling operation like this. Clearly, cartel related. So at present, we're just going to be unraveling this whole thing. But we can tell you definitively, we think everybody's out of the woods as far as losing their life. Thankfully, we think that with the help of our other stakeholders, we got them to the hospital quickly.